How's it going, guys? It's Jake and we are back with another World of Warships Legends replay. Today's video will be taking the legendary tier German Battlecruiser Schlieffen for a spin. It's definitely one of my favorite legendary tier ships, even though I feel like each week that goes by it just doesn't have the same effect, right? I don't want to say power crept because that's not really the right word for it, but it just seems like this type of playstyle is less and less, don't want to say doable because that's not quite right, but effective maybe. It's less viable, right? It just seems like games like this are fewer and further between just because of all of the new ships in the game that really deter this type of playstyle, right? Aircraft carriers seem to be very commonplace, and you go on Reddit or in the comment section of any CC's videos, it seems like everyone complains about aircraft carriers and there's just no balancing changes to it whatsoever. I don't think we're ever going to get any, so it really doesn't matter. By the way, defenses are really annoying. Especially, I seem to struggle at shooting them when they're bowing at all, even though their bow armor is overmatchable. They have to go flat broadside for me to do anything. It seems like, I don't know, probably just hitting that extended belt. But anyways, aircraft carriers can be a problem. Not so much for Schlieffen, of course, just because you don't see the Midway and Hercureu too often, even though with von Richthofen coming to Legends, eventually that might change. But the Dutch cruisers are also a big problem for this ship. And it's not so much for just these battle cruisers, right? Even Kremlin is coming to the game finally, and it seems like these are going to be really impacting the way you play Kremlin, right? Russian cruiser or Russian destroyer, just for Jesus talk. Russian battleships are the ones that are, kind of supposed to be tankers, right? They hold the flank, they hold the middle, they get shot at, they have tremendous amounts of armor. And, you're tanking damage, and limited damage controls are a balancing thing. That way that cruiser or that battleship isn't stuck there forever. But it seems like just being dropped time and time again from these Dutch cruisers, it's just not, it's not viable. And this line feels the same way. It's about finding the right time, right? Like me, I'm getting those secondaries involved a little bit, but I am not so close to where I am being totally focused and can't disengage. It seems like these are the best positions to put this ship in, right? You're backing in. You're able to scoot away if things get too hot. It's not as fun as like a full balls out push, but depending on how well you're spec'd into secondaries, your main battery accuracy is going to suffer, and in order for these ships to be at all effective, it seems like you need to be able to hit what you're shooting at with your main guns. But I've got a couple more of these Schlieffen replays banked, just because it is one of my favorite battleships at the tier, even though it seems like I'm taking it out less and less, just because in combination of, Johan de Witt and Howden Liu at the tier, along with, the constant HE focus, it just seems like everyone's brain dead when it comes to this game. Even Conqueror's a problem for this ship, right? You take one salvo of Conqueror, and 20k health's gone, and half of your batteries are gone too. So, I'm taking it out less, but I still really enjoy this ship when the ship lineup seems to work, and this is one of those games where it happens too. So, talk to you guys next time. Hope you enjoy. Hit the like and subscribe button too. I'd appreciate it greatly. See ya.
Problem gelöst! Feueralarm! Torpedos auf Backbord!
That was a great battle.
Unser Sieg ist in Sicht.
Feueralarm! Feueralarm!
Unser Sieg ist in Sicht. Gefecht endet in 5 Minuten.